Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, let's just dive on in. And let's first start off with the fact that DCENT Wallets is holding a major event right now until November 16th. If you purchase a DCENT wallet, I'm going to drop a link down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. If you guys go and get a DCENT wallet right now, you can actually fill out a form on their website. It's at the top, where they are giving away 200 Algorand right now. And as you guys are all aware, if Algorand does make it back to $1 plus, the all-time high was nearly $3. That means that your 200 Algorand could very well be worth $200 to $400, which would cover the DCENT wallet fully and essentially give you a free cold storage wallet. So if you guys do want to take advantage of this massive offer from DCENT Wallet, you guys are more than welcome to, with the links down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. It's going to be at the top, just to make sure that you guys don't miss it. So if you guys do want to go get this, it's a limited time only. I highly suggest everybody go out and get a DCENT wallet right now, especially as we prepare for the next major run up in the market. Now, with that being said, let's dive on in and let's talk about a few things. So I'm pretty sure I speak for everyone when I say I am so damn excited for the future, right? Like, we have seen this entire space heat up in 2023. Like, 2022 was not easy. It was not easy for anyone that was a part of this space. And this is also another reason why I say, never let anyone tell you that you got lucky, especially XRP holders. Like, listen, we have gone through the trenches from 2020, right? The end of 2020, all the way up until just recently. We were in a massive battle. We were in a battle for 2.5 years. We got swept under the rug essentially for 2.5 years. Nobody cared about XRP. Nobody cared about what Ripple was doing. Nobody cared about the XRP community. Outside of the US though, we still seen Ripple networking, connecting, building a massive network of huge partners. And all of that was exposed with XRP through on-demand liquidity, which is now rebranded to, of course, Ripple Payments. But at the end of the day, like, I'm very excited for the future because the market is heating up once again. If you are a follower of the 4-year cycle, we are getting so damn close. Liquidity seems to be improving, but we still need to be cautious. We still need to be cautious because, you know, any time in this market when we are getting close to resistance, we need to be cautious. But if you are long-term, if you're more long-term, then hey, now is the time to be looking at this space and saying, yeah, I'm very excited for the future of this space, because we just witnessed Bitcoin literally in the span of roughly almost a whole year go from $15,000 to almost $40,000 now. In the last 24 hours, we are starting to see altcoins really heat up. And I know what you guys are going to say. Why is XRP dumping? What's going on with XRP? And ultimately speaking, like, we're still seeing a nice rise in XRP. If you go to the 1-year span, for an example, right? Let me go all the way back to the summer of 2022. It's still in a nice uptrend. This is a macro uptrend. And remember, XRP is still up 67% in the 1-year span. And the chart still looks pretty good. We're back testing some nice support zones. We're holding pretty good right now. We still need to see some movement. But for the most part, XRP looks golden, right? And the rest of the space, I mean, this whole year, we've seen crypto really heat up. And a lot of the great conversations around crypto are still out there, right? We're still talking about ETFs. We're talking about regulations. We're talking about standardization. We're talking about implementation and even utilization. All of these are crucial topics to talk about right now. And also, whenever we look at this space and people are saying, oh, why is XRP or why is this token dumping out? Even though we know so much about the tokens, we know all the fundamentals, we have done all the research, you have to look at that as a major opportunity. But beyond this, we started to see some pretty big moves being made by Ripple. And like I said, in the last 2.5 years, while we were in that lawsuit, you know, Ripple still continued to expand rapidly. Shout out to Flip the Chain for this. 70 plus received markets globally. The growing network of Ripple partners facilitate speedy payments across P2P and even B2B use cases at competitive pricing. And here you guys have The market, global payout coverage, a growing network of payout partners. With over 70 plus received markets globally, our growing network of partners facilitate speedy payments across P2P and B2B use cases at competitive pricing. And over here, you guys can see all of those major areas. And remember, right, with Ripple right now, today, they cover 90% of the FX market as well. They have been absolutely killing it. The networking and the overall discussions that have been happening behind closed doors, a lot of people fail to realize this, right? Even HSBC, I talked about it recently in a video, right? We already went over it. I talked to you guys a little bit about it just recently with even Zodia as well. I was talking about custody services. Like, we are seeing the big moves being made by giants out there. Like HSBC announcing this tokenized securities custody platform with Medico. This was an NDA. This was a backdoor deal. This is a deal that nobody probably knew about until it was finally announced. But these are the types of deals that are in place already with Ripple. Like, imagine how many other partnerships that they have on board. Imagine how many central bankers that they are talking to right now. We already know that with a lot of the CBDC discussions, there's over 30 plus central banks in discussion with Ripple right now. So think about the dominant force that Ripple actually is on the global scale. They are an absolute leader in this space. But beyond this, we actually got a little bit more of a discussion from Zodia, actually. The CEO shared this. Shout out to Crypto Insight UK for this. Like I said, he went to Swell for the entire community, and he gave us some very good breadcrumbs and some incredible information as well. But we just made a video talking about Zodia, right? You guys know that Zodia is also pioneered with SBI, Northern Trust, and even Standard Chartered. Again, these are crucial players that have connections right back to Ripple. Zodia is an absolute giant as well. But here we are working on the tokenization of our existing assets, commodities such as gold. We also think real estate tokenization will be here very quickly. Tokenization estimate of $6 trillion by 2030. Check this out.
For instance, a company called TOG is one of the main electric vehicle manufacturers in Turkey, well, the main, actually the only, and they use tokenization for various use cases that you would never think about when your brain is looking at tokenizing gold or currencies with stable coins, etc. It really pushes you to a point where you can think about tokenization as a way to manage the ownership of your house. Opening the door is actually some form of a token relationship. Opening your car, securing your ownership way beyond the traditional assets that we deal with today. So, Julian, because you are today very advanced, of course, in your journey, can you tell us a little bit about the use cases that you have imagined as a company and where you see the market moving?
Yes, I think there is a number of opportunities that are often talked about in terms of securities, and I think actually property has a greater opportunity in terms of tokenization. And I think there's also those areas where transfer of value is difficult or challenging, whether that's through economic or regulation or society type challenges. The point, I'm just going to move the conversation a little bit, and you can pull me back if you want, Adrian, but I think the bigger challenge that we've got when we talk about tokenization is around both the regulatory and legal stage, so who owns those assets and what it is, but also the control function. And just a very simple example, if Apple have got 1,000 shares, I think they have one or two more. If they have 1,000 shares and I buy a share, I have 1,000th of that business. Okay, how do I know they haven't given 1,100? Okay, I have people, the exchanges, the auditors, the accountants, the lawyers, all giving me assurance that there's only 1,000 Apple assets out there. So if we tokenize this building, and I haven't had the joy of coming here, do I know it exists? Do I know it is of substance? Do I know the occupancy rate, etc.? I'm going to have to rely on a lot of experts to understand the physical asset and the provenance of that before it then gets tokenized. And I think where the use case is going to come out is where you can get that provenance absolutely nailed and done it in a very effective way. That becomes really, really interesting.
And there you guys have it. And again, like I've talked about tokenization, this is an absolute huge opportunity in this space. I know that kind of sounds like I'm selling the car, right? I'm selling the used car right now. But tokenization definitely is one of the most exciting use cases. I've talked about it many times on this channel. You guys are probably saying, Nick, I'm tired of you talking about tokenization. Please stop. But ultimately speaking, like, this truly is one of the most exciting offerings that blockchain and, crypto-based technologies do offer, because it is going to reshape and change entire industries out there. Like, for an example, real estate as an asset class is worth over $300 trillion. With tokenization, well, guess what? Not only does it unlock a lot more opportunities around growing that asset class to possibly 4, 5, 6, 7, $800 trillion, but it also provides trust. It provides transparency. You could track and trace things. You could see, much more information. I mean, as we look at how much money is going to come on chain in the next couple years, it's going to be very exciting to watch and to witness that as well. And remember, Zodia custody, they're already tapped in with Medico. This is why Ripple is already entrenched with almost every single major leader within this new frontier of finance, which gets me very excited about it. But also, Flip the Chain actually talked a little bit more about the Standard Chartered and SBI Holdings investment. It's a $100 million crypto investment firm, right? So, like I said, we just talked about Zodia. We just talked about Standard Chartered and SBI being a part of that. Well, guess what? Here you guys have it. Both companies are investors in Ripple, the company behind the XRP cryptocurrency. Standard Chartered is also an investor in Medico, a digital asset custody provider, and Zodia Custody, a crypto storage service for institutional investors. Standard Chartered and also SBI Holdings are joining forces to create a new investment firm focused on crypto startups. The firm, called SC Ventures, and SBI Holdings Digital Asset Joint Venture, will be based in the UAE. Again, another major expansion in the UAE. They have become the main crypto hub, if you will, at this point, and will target companies in the market infrastructure and institutional adoption space. The joint venture aims to leverage the expertise and network of both partners to identify and support promising crypto projects across the globe. The firm will also explore opportunities to create new products and services using blockchain technology. This is not the first collaboration between Standard Chartered and SBI Holdings in the crypto space. The joint venture is another sign of the growing interest and involvement of traditional financial institutions in the crypto space or industry. As crypto adoption and innovation continues to accelerate, we can expect more strategic partnerships and investments from established players in the future. And listen, this is all based upon and around institutional grade adoption. This is why I keep saying that we're sitting here and we're complaining about how XRP is still sitting at 64, 65 cents when the institutions haven't even come into the space yet. What's crazy about this is far too many people are talking about how this currency and that cryptocurrency and this is whatever, it's all pumping, while XRP sits flat. Well, first off, macro-wise, in the last year, XRP is up massively. From the summer of 2022, XRP is up great. But beyond that, we're still talking about retail here. We're still talking about us being in a Bitcoin-driven market. Things are falling into place. Ripple is at the forefront of all of it. XRP is exposed on this front as well. We are seeing big moves being made here. And I think everyone needs to be aware of that because, crypto custody services for institutions gets me very excited because when we look at that aspect, they are getting ready to have institutions holding specific assets and specific things that are tokenized. Maybe institutions are going to, start tokenizing deposits, for an example, or reserves. Well, guess what? Now we can actually see that on chain, and it's going to be held in a custody provider's platform. That's where Medico comes into place, or maybe another custody service. But at the end of the day, that should get everyone excited because one of the biggest things that have caused bank runs in the past is the lack of reserves to back the deposits or withdrawals. Well, guess what? Now with tokenization, everything becomes extremely transparent. Now we can see what banks are insolvent. Now we can see what banks are actually doing with, customer funds. This could ultimately change the entire game, but that's what gets me so damn excited about it. And, Ripple being at the forefront of this, and with some of these big moves being made with like HSBC, for example, around tokenized securities, like this is a great opportunity. Like this is institutional grade, tokenization, and also why custody as a service is crucial, because HSBC is an absolute giant. I've talked about them. And this is why I say like Ripple is a crucial player, because they've already cornered the market. They have everything all under one umbrella. They have custody services. They have payment, services. They have liquidity services. They literally have everything that an institution would want, especially in this new world. And Ripple sees that. Like, as we look at the future Amazons of the world, like this is what gets me very excited about, holding XRP, because I do see the value behind XRP, but it also gets me excited to be a holder of, Ripple stock, because I do think that Ripple is going to be a future Amazon-like company where they are valued at $1 trillion, because Ripple has been absolutely killing it. And they've been at the forefront of this digital asset and crypto disruption that's brewing. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.